I'm Harold Patanzo, and I want to welcome you to historic Pittston Farm. It's a beautiful spot, right in the Maine North Woods. And we're here with co-owner Jennifer Mills. And Jennifer, we'd like to have you tell us more about Pittston Farm.
Well, thank you, Harold. It would be my pleasure to tell everybody more about Pittston Farm. We are a lodge and a restaurant here in the North Woods, as you said. We have 30 rooms that we rent in many different types of occupancies. We have the historic hotel. We're sitting on the porch of the historic hotel, and there are 15 rooms here in the lodge. And it's all nostalgic accommodations here in the lodge. Homemade quilts on top of the beds. We have television in the lodge as well. We still have the modern conveniences, but there's the air in our lodge that's really nostalgic and takes you back. I've had people tell me that this lodge in particular is kind of like coming home to Grandma's house. And if that's the case, then that's a good thing. I hope the sights and the smells and the sounds of our lodge are very welcoming to folks. We also have 7 carriage houses that are motel-type units, all grade level, walk right into each individual ones, and those all have their private bath. And we also have cabins that we rent throughout the complex. Some are up here in behind the lodge, and there are a couple down by the other area of our complex. And those have private bath as well. We have a couple of trailer units, if you will, that we use for large groups, maybe just hunters that might want to come and be together, and those are rented out as well. And then we also have a campground, and it's an RV lot, RV licensed campground for 24 RVs, and we have 4 large tent sites as well. That's kind of the accommodations that we have, so we can accommodate any type of person's persuasion, whether you want to have private bath and satellite TV and wireless internet, or whether you just want to camp on the ground. We have the full gamut for you out here.
Sounds wonderful. Jen, I've eaten the down-home cooking up here. Tell us about the dining at Pittston Farm.
We pride ourselves in excellent home-cooked food from scratch. And that kind of sums it up. We work hard at providing that for folks. And it comes natural to myself. That's what I was raised on. I like to eat, unfortunately, but I do love to eat. And, and because of that, I believe there's an added value to food that is prepared personally and from scratch, from wholesome ingredients and natural ingredients, and served with love. My grandmother always said, for her molasses cookies, she always said, "Oh, they're not quite good enough, or they're a little hard, or oh goodness, that one's not going to work, try this one." And I still make those molasses cookies, but I think of her every time I do, and we do. We make all of our pies are from scratch here, our cookies. We even make our own ice cream, and it is a high-end premium ice cream that we make the old-fashioned way, not from any kind of a mix, but it is literally cooked on the stove to start, cooled, chilled, put into a Green Mountain freezer, and then put into the big freezer in the walk-in to freeze for 24 hours. That's some about our desserts. Our cooks prepare some phenomenal meals. We provide New England cooking. We make homemade baked beans and hot dogs, because on Saturday night we have chicken, beef, pork. All of our food, when you're staying with us, is included in your stay. We're an all-inclusive facility here.
How about special packages?
We do have.
Yeah.
We have a price structure depending upon what you want to do. First of all, there's a little bit of a price difference between staying in the lodge and staying in our exterior accommodations. As I said, we have a total of 30 rooms, 15 on the interior and 15 on the exterior. The ones on the interior is a shared bath because it is an old hotel, and the ones on the exterior private bath. And I do have separate pricing for couples, 2 people. For 2 nights is a special price. 1 person for 2 nights, we have packages for them. We even have a package if you don't want to have all 3 meals. You're welcome just to come and stay in our lodge if you want. And of course you save a little bit of money by doing that.
Sure.
But because of our remoteness, There aren't many people that take us up on that. You can't go to McDonald's or Burger King and grab a Big Mac from where we are.
I don't think they'd want to once they tasted the cooking up here.
But the packages, as I say, are all inclusive. And in the summertime, especially for our fishermen, or in the fall for our hunters, we have canoes and kayaks that we rent because we're at the confluence of two rivers and a lake, the north and the south branches of the Penobscot, and the very west end of Saguenay Lake. And all of our canoes and kayaks are our guests to use when they want to use. There's no additional price. They can go out and fish with them. They can even put them on the top of their trucks or their vehicles and take them to the remote ponds and lakes to fish.
Wow, that's quite a bonus.
We think that's
Certainly
very
is.
fair.
I know this is a great place to have a retreat because I've been to some up here. A great place for retreats and conferences.
That's an area that we hope will grow. That's a growth area in the future. Again, because of our remoteness, we're an excellent spot for meditation, an excellent spot for churches, for nonprofit groups. Whether you're a member of a church, whether you're a member of a Grange, whether you're a member of an AA group, or whether you're a member of Ducks Unlimited or Forest Society, whatever your group may be, if you can come here for planning purposes, it makes it that much better. You don't have the interference from outside distractions that can hinder your total focus on a particular subject. And I think that's a big plus up here.
Oh, definitely.
All the group has got to do is just call us in advance. Let me know one or two things. How many are in the group so that we can plan the proper food. If they have some special diets of members of their groups that are coming, we need to know that. And we can prepare gluten-free food for them. If they're a vegetarian, we're more than willing to do that for them as well and tailor our food and our buffets to meet that. But we do need to know that in advance. Other than that, the one person that might be organizing the group, whether it be a conference, whether it be a reunion, or whether it be a wedding. We do weddings here. And with all of the water that we have around us, we had one this last summer. You can be married right on the river. You can be married in our chapel, which is a beautiful chapel. You can be married in our field underneath a big tent. We even have services of a notary and a musician here as well. So the person that's organizing that event just needs to communicate with myself so that we can make it exactly everything they want it to be, and the price matches, obviously, according to what their desires are.
Sure. Well, thank you, Jen. That is very, very informative. And it's a beautiful place, folks, and a great place to come to relax and enjoy. Jen and Bob Mills, owners of Historic Pittston Farm, very congenial. And as I can attest to, and Jen says the food is excellent, just like good old home cooking. And the lodging, well, it's out of this world. Thank you, Jen.
Thank you, Harold.